This is for Heather Shaw. Right, Heather, you've asked a lovely question because we encounter this constantly. When a ridden horse meets a carriage horse and how you deal with it. Well, we do ride and drive. We are going to be with Ree and Katie. We'll be maybe doing some clinics here with riding horses, etc. So we're going to put some clips up of film. Now, there's one particular one there where I'm driving a Frisian alongside a Andalusian horse. And then we get down to town, we take a saddle with us, and the three of us go down. So the two, I'm not a rider, you know, I mean, I could sit on a horse, but they wouldn't like it, would they, the size of me? So anyway, so I'm not really a rider, but Ree and Katie are very good, you know. So what I'm saying is, when I say they're very good riders, what I mean is they can sit horse, they'll ride horse in any situation in a rubber bit, and I mean heavy traffic, great lorries coming past, etc., which they're on the films to see. So the riding side is growing massively, and it's just a matter of time. So normally the ones we do come here to end up ride and drive, and obviously it's or people think that, well, it's cheaper than, because they're here, they're being accommodated, and between their driving training they're also doing their riding. Sometimes it runs it on a little bit, but not much. So, you know, basically that's it. So we're going to put some clips up that you'll see when we talk about riding horses. We'll have two horses that go out together, and then one will come back and the other horse goes on its own. So will it go out in company or without? Yes, it will. It'll actually leave a group and come away. Yeah, it does everything that we do, you know, in the arena. It will stand on the bridge, going over the motorway, or going over the, you know, the 303 actually is the road, and it will be there, leg at rest, with a rubber bit in its mouth, looking down at the traffic on the bridge. It will be out in heavy traffic. It'll go in the river. It'll go in the river. It'll walk in the river backwards. It'll run into the river. It'll do anything that it's asked to do, the same as we do with the driving horses. We have a stables down the road. There's a lot of people around here that's got horses, and some of them you see panic, you know, when they see the carriage. Now what we do, you've got to remember that all the horses we have are young horses. Well, it can be older horses as well, but they're younger horses, and they're being taught to drive and to cope with everything. And they will stand there, and you can see it in many a film where they just stand there, but the horses that are being ridden are uptight. Now, it's not for me to say to them people this, that, or anything really, but if they was to come along, any one of them come and say, ask me how do I get my horse over this, I would show them. It's no great secret. There's one there, for instance, where, as I say, we go down in a pairs vehicle down to one of the towns, local towns, and we take one horse off the pole, and then we drive one horse on the pole on his own, and we drive it next to the horse being ridden. And then you see that same horse that's being ridden, and several horses, shire all sorts, right? Ridden right round in heavy traffic, up the ring road, in Andover, all over the place, under the bridges, all around the arena, driving horses. So yeah, they will accept anything and they'll do it, but it's how you expose them to it, and it's the time it takes to do so. And then they won't take, and the funny thing is with horse, if you do it right, yeah, and it's taken me a long time to do all the things that I do and get it right, and, you know, do this. Bear in mind, they're all different. They're all individuals. You've got to remember that. When you get that, I'm going to do another, one of the things we're going to talk about on the films that we sell. To make these films that we sell, they have to be bought, because the cost of production is massive, and the time it takes to do it. So we sell them, and they're normally about £25. Normally, I think they're about that the same. But we're going over to a different format. So getting back to what I'm saying about ride and drive, horses being ridden, is the safety aspect. How do we deal with the safety? Well, I can show you as many films as you want to sit and look at, where my horses, and I don't mean this in a conceited way, it's only the way they're trained. Only the way they're trained. There you've got two young horses, or a team of four young horses. Young horses, all different types, all different sizes. And they'll stand there as quiet as lambs. They will not move a foot or an ear. They'll be perfectly relaxed and comfortable, and the reins will be slack. They'll stand there, and the riders will come past, and you'll see them scoot past. You'll see them back up. They don't want to come past. So I'm not putting myself in the right, but what can't speak can't lie. And I haven't got any conflict with the riders. I just sit there until they get their horses past. I've even seen them get them off and lead them past. And when they say to me, oh, these are blood horses, you know, they're show jumpers, it doesn't matter. Any horse. We could have a thoroughbred, a cob and a shire horse and a pony in you know, and they'll all stand there quiet and perfectly happy. And if you say, well, is that something to do with herd instinct? Well, there might be 6 horses coming past. That's the same herd instinct. And they'll all have these different sorts of newfangled odd thing bits and everything in their mouths. And all mine have got is a soft piece of rubber. So they're there to be seen on the films. So, yeah. And gladly, we will have a, you know, we'll do a clinic here with riding horses and get them used to what we do. I mean, obviously, if a horse is already riding out, people say pass wide and slow, and there's so many things that are said that don't really help. Don't really help. One thing with pass wide and slow, I'm not condemning that. I'm not condemning IVs. I'm not condemning anything. But your horse has got to be trained properly. And then it's your responsibility to keep that same standard up when you take the horse home. Yeah? So, and also what we do is anything I can do, Ree will do. Ree will drive any team of horses, any one single horse, anything at all, and control it in a perfectly well manner with a rubber bit in its mouth. And I mean a soft rubber bit that you can tie in a knot. Because it's never been about that. It's the relationship you have with the horse and getting them to do it. There's 700-800 films on YouTube. And there maybe more than that. There could be near 1,000. But you would go on there and look, and they're all going in any situation, safe, confident and happy in any sphere of harness work. The safety is the main thing. What should you do? I cannot speak for riders. What I would do, with all due respect to any rider, is get your horse trained properly. Get it in the right frame of mind that he's safe, confident and happy and can cope with any incident that happens. With anything that happens. Motorbikes, whatever it may be. It'll be, when you look at these videos or these clips that I'll show you or reel put up as I'm talking, that you can see our riding horses doing exactly the same as the driving horses. So they wouldn't be concerned about a cart at all. They wouldn't be concerned. People say you should never do that. Hang on a minute. We got one film where we've got a trailer and Katie rides the horse in the trailer. Now you say, well, no, she'll never have to do it again, will she? The whole purpose of showing you that is the confidence in the horse and the rider on its back and the way it's been trained with a soft rubber bit, that it will go and walk straight in a trailer with a rider on its back and back out of a trailer, turn round in a trailer and come out. This is a biggest trailer that we have, which is both, you know, like a farm trailer, cattle trailer and horse trailer, you know, 7 foot tall and whatever, the same big tall one. So anyway, yeah, so we'll be doing things like that in the future for the riding horses, ride and drive. And please, I cannot talk for someone else in charge of another horse. I can only say to you, look at these horses, then look at me riding horses. That not, well, it's not really down to me, it's down to Ree and Katie, not me. So, you know, I just become, I'm the one that gives them a leg up on the horse. Like that, I'm the groom then. So, yeah, so basically that's it. It's a hard one to answer, and I'm not avoiding the thing. I'm saying that if it's possible, we'll do some clinics or like that where people bring along their riding horses. And I don't care how they're bred and how finely they're bred and all this sort of thing. If we can take a racehorse and train it to, you know, to be perfectly confident and happy, then, you know, thoroughbreds, whatever they are, hackneys, Arabs, whatever, and they're perfectly happy in doing their job, you know, safe, confident and happy. And that's what that's what we should do. Make them safe, confident, and more important than anything else, they should be happy. Anyway, I hope that helps.